friend the loonies? Okay, welcome to part 2. I am loving this game so far, and little Burmp has been defiant little twerp, like he was supposed to be. And so now we're going to see what happens when he is 3 years old. You are starting to understand more and more of what adults say. Your family is an unusual one. Your father is a nobleman, but not by birth. His is a title earned through great service, but your mother is a low-born woman, a commoner. Because of this, you were born a commoner, but father says you may yet come unto nobility. Very impressive that you learned that from 3 years old. I mean, I guess it is an entrenched part of society, unlike here in the States. You read at an early age. Together with mother, you read and learn by the heart of the many poems of the divine twins, the twin gods, and reside upon the shining pillar. Let me double check, make sure I'm recording. I am recording, yes. Okay. And you learn hearts of many poems about the divine twins, the twin gods who reside upon the shining pillar. Mothers calls these poems prayers. Okay. Again and again, you try to discern the shapes of the gods, and in the strip of holy light that shines in the sky all day and night, but the light is too blinding to gaze upon. The greatest joy of all is when the stairs are no longer an insurmountable obstacle. Now you can climb and even jump from step to step. Father urges you to be more careful and avoid climbing too high. I don't want that! Stop telling me what to do! Huh? I'm Brante! I do what I want! I spooked the dog. I'm sorry. Can't control it sometimes. But even though you keep falling, you never stop being curious about the world around you. This is very true of Burp. Your older brother, Stefan, now spends less and less time playing with Gloria and you. Playing with commoners is beneath a nobleman to be, he says. This makes so much sense. I am glad I put no stock in trying to win you over. So Gloria calls him names and Stefan pulls her pigtails. Little loser. I'm still young enough to poop on you. One fine evening, Father gathers you all in the sitting room with an announcement. You will have another little brother or sister soon. Oh, yay! That makes me happy. That's going to be so great. I wonder how Burp is going to react to this. Gloria asks him to bring home a little sister. Another brother would be too much. Stefan gets frustrated. There are too many little siblings getting in his way as it is. And that's right, it'd be another commoner, so of course he's going to be hateful. Older brother doesn't really, rather who the youngest will be, a boy or a girl, you will love them the most. I believe that, I do believe that is true, because he's curious, but he's also caring. Father comes back from his trips, he reads his adult books aloud to you. You find those stories of wars, generals, and rebellions quite enchanting. This is true. And Father approves of your fascination. Ah, so my Defiance is winning Dad's approval. Ooh. Can I do it? No, I can't check anything right now. Study hard, and maybe one day you'll become a noble in the mantle and earn your sword. But at first, you need to grow up. Growing up. The concept is as terrifying as it is alluring. Okay, so that's probably... Uh-oh. Before we do that, I want to check the family tree. Okay, so we don't have the expansion of the family tree yet. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the scene. Okay. All right, the lot of suffering. You keep staring at the carpet under your feet. You are both ashamed and proud. It feels odd. A scratch on your hand stings a little bit. Stefan is standing next to you, sniffling from pain. Your brother was training in the yard with a wooden sword. You wanted to play with him, but he ended up getting angry and throwing the sword at you. Stick hit you in the shoulder. You picked it up and hit him with it. Good for you, little guy, sticking up for yourself. You see your mother's shoe walking to and fro on the carpet. You don't want to look up. You would rather not see her angry. She is not as gentle to you these days. Why would you hurt Stefan, Burp? I feel like that's obvious. You stammer out an explanation. He hit you first. You just hit him back. How dare he pester me like that? Oh, wait, no. How dare he pester me like that? When I'm grown up, I'm gonna hit you with a real sword. Mother shushes you both and speaks to you again. Her voice is stern, and yet you can still feel her concern for you. Even if Stefan hits you, you cannot hit him back. You are my son, and I was born a commoner. Our lot is to suffer, but your brother was born from a noble father and a noble mother. His sacrament is coming soon, and then he'll rule over the likes of us. Yeah, screw that! I'm gonna poop on him as an adult! If you hurt a noble, you must be punished. That is your lot, and the sooner you learn it, the better off our entire family will be. Now Stefan looks at you in triumph. You look up at Mother in fear, not sure what to do now. I accept punishment. What is this? Deny my guilt. Demand an explanation. I'm gonna Burmp would either demand an explanation or deny guilt, but I feel like there's enough love for Mother that he would demand an explanation. You start asking questions. Why were you born a commoner if your father is noble? If you have your father's name, why can't you have his lot? And why can't you choose a lot for yourself if you don't like the one you have? Mother is stunned by all of these questions you are peppering her with. Yeah, because it makes no freaking sense! India? Don't you dare ask me about that, Burp! We're stupid no matter what voice I use for it. I'll violate my lot if I start explaining it all to you. I'm a commoner, not a priest. Wow. You just can't learn crap of anything. You are flogged in front of your entire family. The pain burns on your skin again and again. Tears keep rolling down your cheeks. It feels like punishment will never end. It hurts to walk when you finally let go. You slowly climb the stairs and walk to your room. You see a book on the bed. The Teachings of Isatias, Volume 2. Your tears have dried now. You begin to read slowly, making your way through the difficult words. I am 3 years old. This is very impressive. I mean, let me just say, for a commoner, I'm very well learned to be doing this right now. I'm really smart. Every death of the body bringeth the soul ever closer to the twin's judgment. And when the body dieth a true death, the soul soareth to the shining pillar. The twin gods do judge every soul, and their judgment is stern and unforgiving. He who followeth his lot in life from birth shall melt in bliss atop the peak of the shining pillar. The words confuse and elude you, instilling fear and awe. You read this mysterious book again and again as you grow up. I have built perception to inattentive. It represents how attentive you are to other people and in the world around you. Okay, so I have built. I have built from 0 and built some attention. Okay. Gloria's... Them birds! Mother mostly stays in her chambers now. With each passing day, she grows heavier and her features grow rounder. It gets difficult for her to walk, but she still smiles all the time. One day she takes your hands and puts them on her big belly, and you feel a movement deep inside her. You will have another brother or sister soon. Gloria takes you on walks to the yard now. You'll explore the yard together under the evening light of the pillar, and she sings you songs and tells you amazing stories.
Hey, Burp, you want to hear a rhyme? I wrote it myself. There's even a little bit about you, but don't tell anyone, okay? Shh.
Writing poems and songs is only for nobles, and Mommy here... Oh.
Writing poems and songs is only for nobles. If Mama hears about it, I'll get flogged. Remember how you got flogged for hitting Stefan?
This is like ridiculously ridiculous. Like, you can't do crap of anything.
I tried my second father. In the past, I had another. Mother says the twins are great. And says we should not fight a fate. But brother loves to jump around. Please don't fall down on the ground. See, I wrote a little rhyme. Please don't tell them it is mine.
But today your sister is nowhere to be seen. She promised to take you to the old pond and show you the red frogs that live there. Then she vanished. Servants join you in your search. Even your mother leaves her chambers when she hears the commotion. Finally, you find Gloria in the far corner of the garden. She's holding a quill and sheets of paper covered in poetry. Mother becomes angry the moment she sees it. She looks through the poetry and her face grows dark with rage. Mom, yeah, you and I aren't friends anymore. Gloria is standing before her, wringing her hands and looking for an opportunity to run, but there seems to be no escape. Okay. What is this nonsense, Gloria? We talked about this. You were told to take care of your little brother. You're absolutely not allowed to entertain yourself with this writing. Jeez.
I can decide that for myself, Mom.
I told you would become this voice. Okay. No, you cannot. It has already been decided by the gods.
I don't know about that. And he's not a little brother anymore. He doesn't need a nanny.
Okay, I've been giving you credit, but I'm freaking 3 years old here.
And I need some time alone to think by myself. I'm not hurting anyone.
You're a commoner and a future wife. It is time you learned how to properly care for children. Had your disgraceful former father kept me in his house, you could have been born a noble. But that is not our fate, and you are absolutely forbidden from ever spoiling paper and wasting ink again. That's so sad. I hate that so much. Mother grabs Gloria firmly by the hand and takes you both inside the house. The scribbled sheet flies into the fireplace. Gloria sobs violently. You're a bystander to the scene, unsure of how to act. Burp would not leave the room. Comfort sister. Offer to write with her. I don't have enough. To do this. Yeah, that's locked for me. I can't do that. Complain about your sister. No. Complain to your mother about how Gloria often leaves you alone. No. No, because he's an individualistic, deterministic little punk. That's who he is. So if he's going to do any of these things, then he's going to comfort his sister because he loves his sister who supports his individuality. Mother leaves. The last of your sister's poetry burns away in the fireplace. You walk up to your crying sister and take her by the hand. None of this is her fault, you say. What Mother did was wrong and far too harsh. Gloria sniffles before speaking.
I did leave you all alone. You're not mad at me, really.
Not in reinsurance. Gloria embraces you. I'm glad I'm building up this relationship.
Barb, you're the best little brother in the world.
Yay! I'm glad I improved this. Two of you make a little deal. She promises to tell you when she wants to be alone, and you promise to protect her and her secrets always. Sounds good. All right. So, gonna continue. Ooh. My willpower went down. Interesting. But I'm still 3 years old. All right. So here we are now at, 4 years old? Yeah. All right, just making sure that our recording stuff is still good, and we are. Okay. Oh, shoot. Mother's in her armchair knitting woolen jackets, pants, and socks for the little one. Baby will need to be kept warm, she says. Father spends less time at home now. Mother says he's very busy with his important judge. He is a judge after. Ooh, he's a judge. Interesting. One day you decide to ask Mother about Stefan and Gloria. How come they're brother and sister to you, but not siblings to each other? Well, my dear, I didn't give birth to Stefan, you see. He's the son of another mother, and Gloria's the daughter of another father. Come now, don't knit your brow like that. You understand when you're older. That's true, he is 4. How's that even possible? You're all family, are you not? See, that's the way a kid thinks is so innocent and sometimes pure. Sometimes. Several days later, Mother calls Stefan and Gloria to the sitting room. You sneak in after them. At first, Mother gets very angry and asks you to leave. By the way, if there's ever an option to poop on someone's stuff, I'm doing it. You sneak in after them. At first, Mother gets angry and asks you to leave, but then she relents. You are told to sit still, be quiet, and remember every word that you hear. When you enter the temple, bow to the twins, first to the elder on the right, and then to the younger on the left. Stefan, you're a nobleman to be, so walk along the side paved with marble, where the benches are. Gloria, you walk along the sharp side. When you are there, you must get down on your knees, each of you on your own side. Stefan, kiss the sword. Gloria, my daughter, they will strike you with the lash. Do not be afraid of it. Resign yourself to the suffering it brings. It is the blessing of your lot. Gloria doesn't like the idea of the lash. No freaking kidding. There's a tense feeling in your chest as well. You were told to remember this. Will the lash strike you too one day? On the next day, you take your brother and sister to the temple. You run towards them when they finally come back. The back of Gloria's dress is soaked with blood. Whoa, she's hunched a bit, sobbing quietly. Stefan is putting on airs, acting prouder than ever. Nothing else looks different about them. It's like all is the same, and yet everything has changed. Each of them has accepted their lot. Yep. Relations are pretty much gone now. Ooh, yeah, unity's gone down. Okay. Brother and sister's sacrament. Your siblings, Stefan and Gloria, took their first sacrament at the temple. All right, time out. Sorry about that, folks. I'm back. All right, so the newborn's cry. You eye the little bundle. I guess we'll find out if he's a blunder. In your father's arms with curiosity. Behind the many layers of swaddling clothes is your newborn baby brother. Mother is glowing and smiling with joy. Stefan and Gloria are also here, all excited. Promise yourself you're going to be the best big brother in the world. You'll never hit him. Oh no, the two of you will play together and tease Stefan together. Yeah! And we got another sibling, which is more butts, which means more ammo. It feels so strange to be an older brother. Just the other day, you were the youngest in the family, but everything's different now. Your parents name your little brother Nathan. So we got Stefan and Gloria and Nathan and Burp. Oh, shoot. Okay, Nathan cries all the time, day and night. Mother barely gets any sleep. She's so worn out, she starts forgetting things. Like today, for instance, she forgot her knitting in the armchair in the sitting room. Better bring it back to her as soon as possible. You run to Mother's bedroom. You miss her so much. You walk in without saying hello and give her the knitting. But instead of gratitude, you get an ice-cold, exhausted stare. Nathan is also there, screaming all of the time. Uh-oh. Go away, Burp! You're bothering me. Oh, great. She spits these words out of her teeth. You look at the bawling newborn. She can't even get a minute of respite. Enough already! When are you going to stop? I just want some peace and quiet. Mother leaps across the room and starts shaking Nathan with malice in her eyes. His cries get even louder. She looks so tired from his never-ending screams. She seems to be within an inch of smashing him against the wall. Somebody has to do something. You're scared of your mother right now, but you fear for Nathan's life much more. Yeah, what would you need? Yeah, I don't have enough relation there in order to do that. Right. Do I snatch her? Yeah. You leap at your mother and demand she give you Nathan. She freezes when she hears the words. You snatch your little brother out of her arms and she chokes with rage and falls on the bed, screaming. Give me just another moment. Nobody there. All right. You leap at your mother and you demand that she gives you Nathan. She freezes when she hears your words. You snatch your little brother out of her arms. She chokes with rage and falls on the bed screaming. She's breaking. You run away to the playroom. Your baby brother is heavy in your arms. He sniffles. You sway him gently like Mother did and quietly sing him a lullaby about the twins. Nathan calms down. Soon he closes his eyes. You put the newborn in your bed, on your bed, and swear on your life, and no one will ever hurt him when you're around. You hear heavy footsteps in the hallway. Father enters the playroom. He looks at you, then Nathan, somewhat confused. You did something bigger than you today, son. It's a noble deed to protect your family, but you should have come to me. Please understand, this was my duty, not yours. I kind of like that a little bit more now. You saved your baby brother from harm. If you feel yourself ready to take the responsibility to protect others, then maybe you can walk the path of the noble leader when you're older. But for now, we should bring him back to your mother. Come with me. He picks up Nathan. Your brother is fast asleep, breathing quietly. The three of you return to Mother's bedroom. Father puts Nathan back in the crib. Mother is no longer screaming. She embraces you. Please forgive me. The twins know I was out of my mind. Please don't be angry with me. You hug Mother in response. Okay, all right. I built up a lot of... That's good. That's good. All right, youngest child in the family. An odd child has been secretive and aloof since he was a little boy. He's inept, constantly ill and crying, and always in need of care and protection. We're not to that point yet, but good to know the future a little bit. Why did my willpower go down? Oh. That's right. So I'm at a -5. I'm exhausted. Oh. Your younger brother Nathan is born. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was a big event. Now what? All right, so 5 years old. Man, a lot has happened since he's been 4. This kid has taken in a lot of trauma. Toy soldiers. You wake up to find your father's touch on your shoulder. He's finally back home after a long trip. Burp. Today is your special day. The day when you will begin your studies. Now teachers will be coming to our home to teach you, and you must do everything they say. Be diligent in your studies, and you will grow closer to the nobleman's lot. And since you must remember this day, a present is in order. Lydia, get our little schoolboy dressed. I'm taking him to the market district. Oh, this is great. By the way, how is my relationship with him doing? Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good right now. Okay, we got a good relationship. Stefan wants to come too, but your father shushes him sternly. This is your day. Good. Your elder brother is hurt to hear this, but stays quiet. Well, I mean, I get being upset, but I mean, it is his day. This is Burp's day. An open carriage takes the two of you through the dusty, noisy cities. A pleasant, wild tussling in your hair. The city is called Anazote. That you already know. It's one of the largest cities in the entire empire. There's a big shadow on the street. It comes from the white foliage of an enormous tree that spreads its branches all above the city. My son, did you know that the silver tree grew from the blood of our gods? Of our God's own disciples. Well, that's a big difference. I was about to say, ooh, we can hurt the gods? No. It has been growing here for hundreds of years, right in our city. It cannot be damaged or burned. Not even the clergy know why. Perhaps something demonic? The carriage comes to a halt by a small shop next to the city square. You run there and freeze by the stalls in excitement. The shop is packed with dolls and figurines and toys. You've never seen so many at once before. Have you chosen your present yet? Father asks. And you have. You want the Holy Order set, which includes several figurines of the Empire's greatest warriors of all time. You rattled off everything you know about the Holy Order, the ones who aided in the Emperor's own forces. Let me make sure I'm actually recording. I am recording, yes. Own forces seizing the province of Magra and storming our city. That's how we joined the Empire. Father nods in approval. This is great. I'm glad we're building this relationship. Very well. War isn't your lot for now, but maybe these toy soldiers will teach you to think like a general. We will lead them into battle and study military strategy. Go ahead, take your present. Having said this, Father turns away to examine the books. You run to the toy box of soldiers, delirious with excitement. But there's a fancy-dressed boy in your way. He's about to take your warriors for himself. He elbows you aside and reaches for the box. Anger overcomes you and you push him from behind. Your opponent falls to the floor. The rich boy screams so loudly that everybody in the shop hears it. He hit me, he hit me. A tall tower of a man looms over you. This is the boy's father. Then you feel your own father's hands on your shoulders. What happened? You press against father, your mind more at ease now. He will protect you. Yes, you shoved the boy on the floor in front of everyone, but he tried to take your present for himself. Father turns you around to face him when he hears these words. Is this true, Burp? Did you strike the son of a nobleman? Okay. Because of the relationship, because I've got a good relationship with Robert, right? Yeah, I've got a strong relationship with him. I feel like he'd be more. I felt like he'd be more willing. He's not selfish, and he's shown he's not selfish. I feel like this is something that he would do. Recall your mother's words. If you hurt a noble, you must be punished. There is no use trying to lie to escape it. You say that it was all your fault. You pushed the other boy on the floor because you wanted to get your present before him. Father nods to you, relieved to hear it, and the enraged nobleman grabs you by the hand and drags you out onto the street. The law is the law, and your punishment is due. They lead you and the nobleman's son out of the shop. You are told to bow to him and show humility. A bad feeling sent a shiver down your spine. With a satisfied grin on his face, the boy swings his arm and slaps you on the cheek. He strikes you again and again. Father stays quiet all the while, but as you ride home after your punishment is over, he shows you a rectangular package. I'm proud to see you living by your lot. Common birth leads to a life of humility, and you told the truth and accepted your punishment like a man. This present is yours, my son. Inside is a little box with 10 soldiers of the Holy Order to sight. They are the rewards for your humility, and this improved our dad's relationship. That's good. But I am draining this willpower. I don't want to do crap. I'm exhausted. All right, I am going to stop here for right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this again in a little bit, but yep, for now, I will see you guys later. Peace out, boys. Oh, yo. Don't ask, just embrace the cringe.